Hello everybody, and Assalamu alaikum to anyone and every one of my friends and followers, if there are any. Sorry, I'm not really feeling well as I am sick. Right in the middle of the summer, I have got flu. Coughing is really annoying. And so that is quite stupid, but today I am actually more healthier as compared to the last few days. So I thought about making this video before, but I was not able to because of my health. Today is a special video. I'm going to be showing two personas, one with the wind ability and one with the psychological ability maximized. The greatness about these two is because these two have significant personas, one of them being Vishnu, God Vishnu of the Hindu law, and God Shiva of the Hindu law. They are extremely powerful personas and very ideal to be used in Persona 5. Also, they are great in their attacks, they are extremely easy to maximize, and last but not to mention, they are quite handy against the Reaper. So the first persona I'm going to be making right now is Lord Vishnu. Now to make Lord Vishnu, first we're going to create a wind boost skill. Wind boost is an extremely important skill and we're going to be using it. Now to get wind boost, you need Fuuki. As you can see, I have shown Fuuki in my previous video. He's an extremely powerful persona. We're going to be using Fuuki, we're going to be sacrificing to be exact, to create the wind boost skill. As you can see, this is called itemizing persona, and anyone who has ever played Persona 5 can tell you this. This is an absolutely important skill, as it will maximize the wind damage of Lord Vishnu's attacks to 25% more effectiveness. It's an ideal skill, pretty much an ideal if you're going to play with Vishnu against the Reaper, the twins, or any other boss. Now, the first phase is done. Now let's look at the second phase. Now, the second phase requires you to fuse Ishtar. If you remember correctly, Ishtar is one of the most powerful personas in terms of skills, and to get Ishtar you need to maximize confidant ranking with Ann takamaki, and this is the reason why we're using Ishtar. It Spellmaster skill. If you want to know what Ishtar is, she's the revered goddess of war and love in the ancient Mesopotamia, and well, it's about her and Gilgamesh in the whole saga, which I am not going to delve on today. She is the most powerful persona of the Lover's Arcana, and we're going to fuse Ishtar with Parvati. Now, Parvati is actually known around all the Hindu lore. She is the wife of Lord Shiva. She is known far and wide as a symbol. She's the beautiful Hindu goddess of love and one of Shiva's wives, always by his side. She played a role in the opening his third eye, and she can turn into Durga or Kali. As a matter of fact, we do have Kali in Persona 5 as well, but she doesn't turn into Parvati. But okay, but we are going to be using her. She's a very important persona. I quite liked her.
Do you really need this?
And if we fuse them both, we get Narcissus. And if anyone is bothered by Narcissus, Narcissus is a man. That's not a woman, if you must know. He's a man who fell in love with himself. He's a Greek mythological creature. Cursed by Nemesis, he fell in love with his own reflection and wasted away. So we are going to fuse them both, and the reason we're fusing them is because we want the Spellmaster ability. And any other skill you like, I'm going to put Regenerate 3 and well, Insta Heal. I could have put the Black Viper in, but Black Viper is not really important. in terms of creating a wind persona, because it's an almighty skill. And as we can see, if we sacrifice them both, we would get Narcissus. Oh, and Narcissus, in using Narcissus, we're going to fuse Narcissus with Baal. Why Baal? There are actually 400 ways to create Vishnu. And Vishnu can only be created if you have maximized confidant ranking with Igor, the master of the Velvet Room, and well, the man who allows you to basically make personas.
Alright.
So we have Narcissus. As you can see, now we have Narcissus. We're going to be using Narcissus to be fused together with Baal, which in turn will give us Vishnu.
Do you really need
And as you can see, this is the Hindu god, the god of Hinduism, Lord Vishnu. Extremely powerful wind persona. One of the major Hindu gods, he is the preserver and the protector of the universe. Legends claim that he will make 10 appearances across time and space to track down evil and uphold justice. Extremely powerful, and I'm going to show you how. He has the ability to nullify both light and dark attacks, and he can drain ice. The only weakness he possesses is fire. And the interesting thing is, he can overcome his weakness alone. No one else does that. You need to use fusion method on everyone except Vishnu, who overcomes his weakness on himself. So we're going to be using these both, and I'm going to show you. We're going to be using Narcissus and Baal. As you can see, Baal is an ancient Semitic god who governs over fertility, god of the Canaan, and brother and consort of the goddess Anat. And he's also mentioned in the Quran as well. Now let's see here. We're going to be using them both anyways. And the reason why we're using this method
select the skills
is
you
because
want?
we want, first of all, we want the Spellmaster and we want the Panta Rhei. This is the reason why we're using this method. It causes severe wind damage to one foe, and it's absolutely entertaining. Regenerate 3. If you wish to give him anything else, that pupil, it would be important to give him a pupil. It's better. Yeah, that's Ego's voice. So we have our fusion. Now we have Lord Vishnu. He can be used to create extremely devastating wind attacks. Sorry, I was cleaning myself up. I still have the flu and I don't have the temperature anymore though. And finally, we have the vacuum wave. Charge is an important skill, but I don't think Vishnu needs it. Yes, here it is, the repel fire ability. We're going to give this ability so that no more fire attacks would work on him. Oh, and we're going to be needing the wind amplifier. So now we have Vishnu's abilities. Now we're going to give Vishnu the ability of wind boost. Here is the wind boost skill that we got by sacrificing Fuuki. You see, wind boost. We're going to give it to Vishnu. And we're going to be giving it by replacing the Megidolon skill. It's an almighty devastating skill, but we don't need it. And our attacks are now cause 25% more damage. Now we only need the wind amplifier. We can get the wind amplifier by leveling up Vishnu. How are we going to do that? We're going to use the strengthened persona. So we're going to sacrifice one of the personas. I'm going to sacrifice Asterius. So it's a very powerful persona as well. The Minotaur. but I can pretty much get him easily. I have created him once.
Let these powers unite.
So we find we're going to sacrifice the Minotaur to level up Lord Vishnu, as you can see here. And now we will finally have the ultimate Vishnu to combat anyone. I will show you the his attack's devastation, and it's enormous. I assure you on that. Now, what are we going to replace him with? We can do away with the regenerate 3 for now. So we have all the required skills. Okay, we don't really need the Drain Bless as we have the ability to nullify it already. And that was all there is to creating the ultimate Vishnu. Now with a little break, I'm going to be creating ultimate Shiva. So bear with me. Thank you everyone, and I had to go and clean myself up a little bit, and the break is over. Now we're going to create an ultimate Shiva. Now let's see here. First of all, you need to use jack-o'-lantern. Anyone knows it's a Halloween figure, a drunkard who tricked the devil out of taking him to hell. When refused entry to heaven, he was forced to wander the earth with only an ember as a light. You're going to need jack-o'-lantern to fuse with Uriel, which in turn will give you Okuninushi. As you can see here, he is one of the major biblical gods, one of the 4 major archangels. His name means flame of God, and he is known as a celestial phenomena. The first angel Satan met on earth. So we're going to be using them both to create our Okuninushi. Now, I already have my Okuninushi created, but I can't use him because he has all the abilities required. So basically we're not actually needing. I just wanted to show you how to use this method, which will allow you a much better ability to understand him. So basically we have Okuninushi, and I created mine, but this was the fusion method I utilized. You can also see the method that I used to create my Okuninushi back in the Ultimate YOSHITSUNE build video. That's also another method you can use, and this one is a more refined version. You can actually use any one of them. The result will be the same. So without further ado, let's begin. We don't really need the jack-o'-lantern, and we don't need Uriel now that I've created my Okuninushi. Now we need to fuse Okuninushi. That was Ego, by the way, the bald man that's sitting up there. Now we're going to fuse Stone of Scone with Okuninushi, which will give us BARONG. This is one of the personas required to create Shiva. Now what are we going to do? We're going to give him the Drain Nuke ability and the Psych Boost ability. These two abilities, because the problem is Shiva is not able to withstand nuke. It's his only weakness. So just place all these skills you require. The Stone of Scone is a treasure persona. It cannot attack anyone, but it can be used. Oh, and Okuninushi is a man. He is not a woman, despite what you might feel that he might be a woman, as the name or the features show that he might be a woman. That's not the case. So we have BARONG. Now we need one more persona that we're going to create, and who's going to have all the other skills. The 2 skills we required here were, one sec, no need. The skills that we required were Drain Nuke and Psych Boost. These are the 2 skills we required. That is why we created him in this manner. Now we're going to need rangda, which I'm going to show you in a moment. Hello, and now we have all the personas required. We need Apsaras to fuse with kohryu so we can get rangda. This is rangda, the wicked witch of the Balinese law. She represents evil and is Barong's eternal rival. Either if defeated she will come back to life, or their battle will have no end. As you can see, she is powerful, and we need her to, the reason and how to get her, we first need kohryu. Now kohryu is an extremely powerful persona, but to get kohryu, known as the god of the dragon, it reigns over the Suling, celestial creatures of the Chinese law. It's located at the center of the 4 beasts. It's one of the most powerful personas. The only way to get kohryu is to maximize your Hierophant arcana, which means you have to maximize your bond with Sojiro, the old man who runs the shop in which you live. And other than that, well, you need Apsaras. Apsaras can be easily taken. She is Hindu water spirit. They are beautiful young women who dance for the gods. They also guide heroes fallen in battle to paradise. But we are going to be needing her, and we're going to be needing... She looks like a ballet dancer. So we're going to be needing her and kohryu to get rangda.
Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
And the skills we want is the Psy amplifier and spellmaster. You can get speedmaster if you wish, though I'm not really interested in that. The only reason I'm doing this is because I wanted the spellmaster and the Psy amp. And now we have both. Oh, and there's only one way to create Shiva. There are no other ways except by fusing rangda and barong. The 2 eternal rivals, as you saw, have to be combined with each other. That's the only way to create Shiva. No other way. So you need to so you need both skills. And now also I forgot to mention, rangda is extremely powerful persona herself. She can be actually, if you actually try hard, you can actually give her 2 more skills, like the repel lightning and the drain bless, and you can pretty much she already has the ability to nullify curse, nullify fire, and repel both physical and gun attack. She's one of the only 2 personas that can actually do that. Now we have rangda and we have barong, and if both are fused together, we get Shiva. Now he has only 1 ability to nullify, and he has 2 weaknesses. The mystical creature of the Balinese law, it represents good, and is rangda's eternal rival. Even if defeated, they will be reborn. So the 2 eternal rivals need to be fused together to create the god, or the 4 major Hindu gods, Lord Shiva. One of the major Hindu gods, he is known as the destroyer, but is also related to generations. His wife is Parvati, and we all know we actually used her. We actually used Parvati as a sacrifice.
Choose the inherited skills innate.
Now we will provide all the skills required. We'll provide the Psych Amp, the Psych Boost, the Drain Nuke ability, and the Spellmaster. In this way, we created an extremely powerful and resistant persona that can go up against any powerful boss, even against the twins. And it has extremely powerful psychological damage ability, and pretty much you can use these 2 personas against almost any boss. Especially, this is especially shout out to my fans from India, and if there are any subscribers from India, this would actually make you like this game. I should display my powers of destruction and rebirth. Let us use this mask and dance together. Shivji statues have always been a very beautiful display of art to me. I have always held high respects and regards to all of the people. I actually belong to this region where the Hindu gods are revered, though I'm a Muslim, of course. Now we have Vishnu and we have Shiva both. Now all we need is for Shiva to have more strength. So what we're going to do is give Shiva the ability. We're going to sacrifice. I'm going to use one of the personas to be sacrificed so that he might learn his skills. I'm going to use Black Frost.
Then accept this persona. The inmate needs power requires sacrifice. That will do.
So you see, just because Shiva is dancing, that doesn't mean he's not powerful. He is extremely powerful. When I'm going to show you just how powerful he is. Oh, and one more thing. I took Shiva instead of Kohryu. Kohryu is the ultimate Hierophant persona, and he has all the skills of the psychological ability, and his attacks are damaging. Why didn't I take him? Because he doesn't have the amount of immunities that Shiva has. This is what makes Shiva more powerful as compared to Kohryu. Only Drain Nuke was given, and as you can see, he is beyond. He's just about. He has six different immunities alone. Without, I have given him only one. The rest are his own. So this is probably one of the best things I can probably give him. We don't need the miracle punch. So let's test our personas now.
Your change is done already.
I'm not going to be using them against the Reaper. I'm going to just test them on common enemies and show you the destructive power they have. So now let us begin. Oh, and a special shout out to Miss Nina and Mr. Uno Mizaki. He's my friend, and she's also my friend. That they actually liked my videos. Are you sure you can get away with all that? As you can see, they are powerful personas. We're going to be using our attacks on them. First, I'm going to be using Shiva's ability, the Panta Rhei. And as you can see, they're both weakened against him. See, it has extreme destructive powers. We're also going to be using the Vacuum Wave. Vacuum Wave can kill all enemies, while Panta Rhei kills one enemy at a time. But they consume a huge amount of SP. That is why I cannot stress this enough that you use Spellmaster. As you can see, one hit is all it took. Insta-kill. Even if they were resistant, it would cause a huge amount of damage to them. So you see the destructive power of Lord Vishnu. Now let's look at the other. And we have two new enemies here. So today I'm going to be using Shiva's skills. Now Shiva's Psycho Force can attack one enemy at once. As you can see, insta-kill again. They are extremely powerful personas and pretty much immune to a lot of attacks. It tried to use fire. If it had used fire on me, the attack would reflect. Here's the second attack, the Psycho Blast. As you can see, Shiva's extremely powerful attack. Insta-kill. Insta-kill on hard difficulty. And you can see the destructive power of these skills. So thank you to the Persona 5 creators and the great beautiful persona making, and extremely beautiful animation. The skills were great, and I am happy that I was able to make this video. No hate, just love for all people and of all religions. A great shout out to my friends. Thank you for supporting me during my 60 days. Now enjoy, and I hope you all have a fantastic day.